fast before.
They were Fast 6.
They were Fast 6.
The Furious 7.
But you add one more and they get mad. They get Furious 7. You look like one of the races from the movie. You like this series?
It's cool. I mean, I remember like seeing the first one and thought it was like, oh, it's a whole new innovative thing with, Vin Diesel and
What the hell?
bruh.
I know. You know this is
Man, cut off your goddamn phone. We're trying to do a show in here.
I'm sorry. Hey,
How does it feel?
hey, man. You know,
Oh,
my calls are more important than yours,
Yeah,
so you know,
whatever.
I get that luxury right here.
It's me. Where the toilet paper?
You know, it's Bird actually calling me. I love the Fast and Furious. Love it. I thought it was, I knew it was kind of crazy and it was kind of, it's kind of silly, but I really liked it. But this one right here, I'm really put in a bad position here.
How so?
Because this is the kind of movie that it knows exactly what it is.
It does.
The audience that loves this series, they know exactly what it is. It's a movie that's pretty much critic proof. So I'm in the position right now, and so are you, Martin, whether you know it or not. I'm in the position that if I say anything at all remotely negative about this, I'm an asshole.
You think so?
I think so. It's almost like I don't feel like I can really do my job effectively, because if I say something mad or bad about this, then I'm that guy that, man, when did you stop being cool? When did you stop enjoying movies?
Right.
Just for movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see this from a completely different way, man.
How you see this?
I see it as like if you do say something, people be like, all right, he's actually standing up to this behemoth of a franchise that's putting out shit. Like Taken 3.
I have no real choice here but to kind of split off and do just 2 reviews here. And I'm going to do the first one real quick. It's simple. If you've stuck with this series the whole time, 7 films in, and you still loving it, who the fuck am I to tell you not to see this? This is a full price. It's probably better than sex movie for you. I mean, who am I to tell you not to go see it? You're going to see it and enjoy it. But those people right here who have wondered what happened, you love that first movie, now you fast forward 7 films in, you look at this and you're like, what the fuck happened here?
Your whole premise of somebody seeing the first movie, skipping the other 5, and coming back for 7, I don't think you can find a single person who fits that.
Yeah, you can. And I'm still looking for it. I'm looking for that one dude.
Bigfoot, you mean? You and Leonard Nimoy in search of?
And I might find Bigfoot before I find this person, but I'm looking for that one person. When this first movie came out, The Fast and the Furious, I'm looking for that one person who saw it and the next day went into a coma.
Yeah, he crashed his car trying
to do this shit, went into a coma.
Yo, check this shit
Yeah,
out.
and
Just
then,
woke up.
And then just today woke up. I want to sit his ass, I want to go to the movie with him, sit him in front of the theater and just have him watch this and have him say, what the fuck
How
happened,
did we
man?
get from there to here?
Yeah, the first movie, it was simple. You had what's his name?
Paul Walker?
Paul Walker. Yeah, Paul Walker, who's looking for some criminal ring or something, and the guys are involved with this car racing, these street car racers. After 7 films, Vin Diesel always talking about, we're family. Now, they are a big family. They've been in 7 movies together, even if they're not related. Hey, we one big family. We look out for each other. Except now, you have these guys who are being hunted down by this dude named Deckard Shaw, who it was played by Jason Statham. Now, see, when these guys were fucking around with Luke Evans in London in that last movie, they didn't know that he had a big bad brother that was a super agent.
Yeah.
Like a super special forces guy. And now he wants revenge for them injuring his brother. And he's tracking these guys down with the hopes of killing them off one by one. The only way to stop them, beat them up? Shoot them? What did say some bad words to them? No, the only way to stop them is to join the secret special part of the government who wants to use Vin Diesel and his crew to help them track down some super spy tracking device. And in exchange, they will let them use this device to track down Deckard Shaw before he can get to them first and kill them. And if you think me describing the plot to you is crazy, I actually made it sound more legit. Here's some of the actors try to tell you about the plot in the film when you actually see all the gadgetry and everything around them.
If you get the God's Eye for me, I've already got authorization for you to use it until you get Shaw.
why does Vin Diesel look like he just wants to beat the shit out of everybody no matter what they say? He's looking at Kurt Russell right now. What the fuck you talking about?
I think it's that problem where he doesn't understand it, so therefore
Right,
he wants
right.
to destroy it.
Yeah, you know what?
Are you making fun of me? You think I don't know what you just said?
You're using all those big words, little man.
You get Ramsey, you get the God's Eye, you get Shaw.
Go on. He's looking like, okay, what the fuck did he just say?
I am Groot.
Wait.
That's how you should respond. I am Groot. Yes. He don't even know what the fuck is going on. The whole thing is, I'm gonna do it my way, which means you don't understand.
Well,
Fuck
it is
what I
like
just said.
blah 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 blah. You can get Shaw. Okay, blah 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 Shaw. Blah 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 Shaw. Like, he's like a dog. Like all he knows is I get to get that guy. Whatever else you say.
Wah, 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 drive, wah, 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 murder, wah.
That's right. Now, at this point in this series, these guys, they have somehow found a kung fu master out there somewhere, learned martial arts, have gone to Special Ops Navy SEALs training school, and also along the way tripped and fell into some radioactive pool of chemicals where it's made them superhuman and has given them rubber bones. You want to know how much the superheroes in the first movie, like I said, they just fighting just average street guys, average street criminals. These guys have become so superhuman and so super agent spies that they're practically fighting Cobra now. They fighting. They're fighting. They fighting like James Bond, ultra bad villains and shit. It's not about the story anymore. It's like, okay, let's think of a location. Let's think of some stunts. Let's think of some action, some visuals, and let's think of how much CG we can afford for this, and then we'll just work the story around those. Just a pinch of plot in there. And it really doesn't make any sense. Not that anybody really gives a fuck about that. And again, I'm trying to be as fair and diplomatic as I can because, like I said, I'm more of a story type person. I stopped caring about these guys a long time ago because I know that they're not going to ever fucking die. You know.
Well.
Even some, hey, look, okay, in real life, let me put that's real life. Even in this movie, I'm not trying to be mean. Even in this movie, they brought Paul Walker back with CG somehow.
Well, now think about it. A big part of them going on this mission is that one of their crew got killed by Jason Statham.
A bunch of their crew got killed in the last one, didn't they?
And I don't believe it. I believe it once Michelle Rodriguez came back, I believe any of these motherfuckers can come back at any time.
Well, see, you never saw the third one, right?
No, I did not see the third one.
Because that's where Han gets killed, and he's killed in a way where you like that. They ain't nothing foggy about that.
No.
Unless he's got a twin brother, he ain't coming back.
He might. No, I don't even buy that. Han, the Asian from the first movie, I believe that they can really bring his ass back. They killed Michelle Rodriguez off the same way, and somehow there was some compartment in the back of that fucking car. She crawled her narrow ass through that and got out and came back for another movie. So no, I don't buy that anybody fucking dies. No disrespect to Paul Walker, as we know this is his last film, but I believe that they'll even bring him back if they want to.
By the time you get to the seventh movie, you have to amp everything up. I mean, everything is on a what do you call it? Not decline, an incline. Like you got to ratchet it up. You got to keep going. So by the time you get to number 7, that's almost like the natural evolution of things.
And I know, I mean, but there's no, and maybe it doesn't even matter. Like I said, there's just no explanation for where all of a sudden these guys went from street level fighting to doing kung fu, because that's what they do through this movie. They just beat the fuck out of each other. If they're not in the car, they're just tearing up shit. They're tearing up the city, tearing up office buildings.
Well, now the Rock, his character was always like this.
Yeah,
I mean, he's basically his character from G.I. Joe.
Because he was a Navy SEAL or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? Yeah.
Okay. Michelle Rodriguez was just a chick that hung out with the crew, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just knows karate. I mean, this is like some Matrix shit where somebody just plugs something in her head, and she's like, "Whoa, I know kung fu," because she's like beating the fuck out of people. Actually, I like that. Hey, look, I don't want to be nasty or anything, but there's a scene that is funny. She kicked this woman right in her position.
Stomp the kitten, boy. That's not a good look.
You know what, man? I know. Yeah. Stomp the kitty, man. You know what? That wasn't no woman. That was a dude in drag.
Yeah, right?
Those are nuts down there that got kicked. Because any woman would have been like, ain't nothing down there for you.
It's like my balls, my only weakness.
Shit, that's a motherfucker that's a cross-dresser right there. Because that shit really hurt. That ain't no stunt right there.
Right.
While I enjoyed the film, man, and you know, for the stunts and everything, if you pull the cars away and you pull the action away, it really is a bad film. Like, they do shit in this movie that if the cars and the stunts and the action wasn't there, which is what this is, that people would be laughing their asses off at how bad the dialogue is. This is all tough guy, melodramatic dialogue with dramatic music behind it. I put a whole montage together in just the clips that they gave me.
You just earned yourself a dance with the devil boy.
Would you believe I knocked him out with my charm?
You ain't that charming, bitch. These parties bore me to death.
I'm gonna put a hurt on him so bad he's gonna wish his mama had kept her legs closed. When you find that sumbitch, just do me one favor.
What's that?
Don't miss.
I got lost in that scene. Which one of them is The Rock?
They still look like they're trying to like. They still look like a couple. Like I remember from 5 on. I was like, I'm pretty sure they fucking and not telling nobody.
Man, I mean, yeah. I mean, you look at this dude right here, and then let me scoot it back a little bit. Let me scoot it back a little bit, and you're like, what's the fuck is the difference? What's the difference besides a goatee? You know? And The Rock is even looking at Vin Diesel like, damn, I'm pretty. Damn, I fuck me.
My analysis of this movie was based on this series of movies, because I think anybody who's come to this wants to know, how does it stack up to these others? And to me, this is like a franchise that's like, some are like they better every other movie, and I feel like these are better. The good ones are every third movie.
Okay.
Like the first one was that one that pulled us in.
Yeah.
Second one, no Vin Diesel. That was a step down.
Mm-hmm.
Third one, big step down.
God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like it shouldn't even have been there.
And by the way, just so you know, they try to connect everything with this movie. And for those who were saying, what's that boy name?
Oh, Lucas Black.
Lucas Black. For those you saying, oh fuck, is he back too? Yes, he is, but only for a little while.
Boy, I got scared because I was like, all right, I'm liking this so far. And I came into this not expecting to like it. And then he showed up. I'm like, God damn, they're going to make him part of the crew too. So with Tokyo Drift, this series is just about over. The franchise was about over. Had Vin Diesel not coming at the very end. 4 got it back on track. 4 is the closest to number 1. Whereas like, all right, y'all got it.
What was the drug cartel, right?
Yeah, the drug cartel.
Okay.
It was back about the cars. Then 5 and 6, it wasn't about the cars no more. It was about being thieves and international spies, spy hunters, and all this shit. I was like for me, those 2 movies, I'm like, wow, y'all lost me. It's completely jumped the shark at that point.
Yeah.
So when you talk about jumping the shark, to me, it jumped the shark 2 movies ago and jumped even more sharks 1 movie ago. Coming to this one, like, it picked up from 6. God damn, from 6.
You're losing track.
How many movies?
But it brought a lot of things back home to where this one was about the cars again. I mean, there was spies. They were picking up the plot from the last one. But there's a lot more driving going on. There's a lot more about these cars. And with the last one, they were doing all these impossible stunts with no explanation. It was none whatsoever. Here they're like, okay, we got cars that we got government to soup up and make extra strong, extra tough to do this. And yeah, if you want to sit down with a book of science and math, it's not going to play out.
You ain't see, that's the thing.
It's not going to play out.
It's almost like if you criticize this movie, you're stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty out there. But there's a point where, like I said, I'm going with the movie. I'm having fun with it.
Okay.
That driving from building to building, which I thought was so dumb in the Super Bowl commercial, the way they do it, I'm like, fuck, y'all got me. I love the fuck out of that. But there is that point where not the cars, not the vehicles, but the humans themselves, particularly The Rock and Vin Diesel, have properties of Thor and Superman, where The Rock, besides having been like, they tell you that his bones are broken. He's got multiple fractures in his legs. That don't stop him from putting his gear on, walking out of the hospital, and picking up the gun from a helicopter and shooting another one out of the sky. Vin Diesel is able to stomp a roof and make it cave in.
He really does, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, he had been hit by missile fire, but the way he stomps it, it's something you expect the Hulk to do.
They are superheroes in the movie. The Rock is in. He's in the hospital. And when he's in the hospital, he's got a cast on. And when he hears that everybody's in trouble, he gets up and he just flexes, and that cast goes, explodes. You know what I mean? He's laying up in a hospital in traction. He just gets up and like, Vin Diesel's in trouble. His cast hit a nurse in the head. What the fuck? Man, we're entering Michael Bay territory with this, where it's all about blowing up the fucking city. It's all about nothing but action. It's really starting to get light on character. There's hardly any story right there. And physics exists only to serve the purpose of making something look cool. It's getting sloppy. It's getting very sloppy. And I don't think it's right for us to like give this movie kind of a pass and then look at Michael Bay and be like, oh, those fucking Transformers movie you do. I mean, because this is reaching that. Now, that said, I'm going to give this a matinee because it's beginning to not be my kind of movie. The only thing I'm interested in is see how they would make that next one. Where will they go? I mean,
they're going to be inside. They're going to be driving Transformers.
I've never.
That would finally make those Transformers movies good.
I have never wanted a Transformers versus Furious 5 movie, a Fast and Furious movie that I have right now. Mm-hmm. If you did a Transformers versus Fast and Furious movie, that shit, no one would question it at this point.
No. Like, look, you might be a person who has no interest, and God bless you. Don't even bother. But if you like these movies, I think it's one of the better ones. It's like I say, it lands on the third. And one thing I really have to praise it for is the send off it gives Paul Walker. I thought it was sentimental. It was slightly cheesy, but within this franchise, it was classy. And I was like, you know what? If they hadn't just dried us out in this theater that had no AC whatsoever, and I had some moisture in my body, I might have shed a tear.
Speaking of The Rock, man, that dude, what the fuck is going on with him?
What do you mean? You mean how cut he is?
Not cut.
And monstrous?
Yeah, monstrous. Fucking huge. He's
got those Samoan genetics.
Yeah, man. You either going to be really fat or really strong. There's no in between.
But it's not like I'm talking about a 14-year-old going to like a man. I'm talking about The Rock when he was 30 and 10 years later being this dude. You know, I mean, does he stick a pump up his ass and just blow himself up every day? I like this meme right here. It says, only The Rock can make The Rock look like a sissy. I was just looking online to find some comparisons. I came up, and the best one was, I think you've seen this one, where they give different ages of The Rock. They say, 1993, we got that smaller Rock. 2013, we got The Rock that I just showed you. And then in 2023, we'll actually get a Rock.